Hey, what's up, folks? Coach D got another amazing, action-packed, information-filled, quick video. I promise you, hopefully I can get this under 5 minutes. What we're talking about today, this is one of the biggest questions we get asked, not only during quarantine, but also just regularly. How the heck do I burn fat, whether it's stubborn belly fat or arm fat? People are always asking, how do I get rid of fat? So I'm going to show you, and it all comes down to what you eat, all right? So before I get into this, I want to preface this and talk about something that is near and dear. That is, most people, when they're talking about fat loss, they're thinking in 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks increments. And I'm going to tell you, the longer it takes you to lose the fat, as long as you're consistent, the better off you're going to be to keep it off forever. What do I mean? If you lose 20 pounds in 4 weeks, fantastic. That's amazing. Great job. But the literature shows within 2 years, if people are losing quick body weight, they are more likely to get it back. In fact, they're more likely to get it back and then add some more. So when it comes to weight loss, specifically fat loss, I need you to think more in the long term, all right? So with that, let's get into this. All right. All right, number one, calories. We need to figure out the amount of calories that you are going to eat every single day. Consistency, right? And before I get into this, and I'm going to show you how simple this is, and don't tell me at the end of this video this doesn't work, because I promise you it does. Do it for 4 weeks and be consistent every single day in the formula I'm about to give you. And if you don't lose weight or lose body fat after 4 straight weeks of doing this, come talk to me then, all right? All right, we're going to get into it. Number one, calories. We need to figure out how many calories you eat a day. So we're going to take your goal body weight and we're going to times that by 12. All right, so you like what I did there? So you're going to take your goal body weight and you're going to times that by 12. So what do I mean by that? So if you're currently 200 pounds and you want to get down to 170, then you're going to take 170 and times that by a factor of 12. And that's going to give you your daily caloric intake, okay? So one big change that we're seeing is that with the home quarantines and the stay-at-home actions that are in place right now, people's day-to-day activity level has significantly decreased. So if this is you and you're listening to this during the lockdown, I want you, instead of a factor of 12, I want you to use a factor of lockdown. Goal body weight times 10. So again, same person, 200 pounds, wants to get down to 170. So instead, you times that by 10, you're gonna be at 1,700 calories instead of the opposite, all right? Simple. Whatever you figured out your goal body weight, we're gonna take you into protein. So why is protein the first macronutrient we looked at? Because in fat loss as a goal, we want to minimize the amount of muscle mass we lose, okay? So because we're setting you in a caloric deficit, your body naturally, slipping off the counter, is going to want to lose body tissue. So hopefully, ideally, it's going to use that as the form as fat tissue cells as the source of energy. But there is a big but. The body doesn't like to carry on or hold muscle tissue it doesn't need. Muscle tissue needs a lot of energy to be maintained, so it prefers not to have it if it doesn't have to have it, right? So what we want to do is dial in your protein. All you're going to do is take your grams or goal body weight, and then just whatever that is, it's going to equal the grams per day of protein that you're going to eat every single day. So what does that mean? Same example. My goal is to get to 170. Well, then I'm going to say 170 is my daily protein requirements, okay? So what we're doing, we're setting up macros here now, right? So we've already figured calories, we figured protein, that leaves and fats to come next. All right, so we figured out our calories. So I've got my 170-pound individual, that my goal weight, and it was a factor of 10, not 12 because I'm staying at home. So 170 pounds times 10 is 1,700 calories. Great, so we figured out our protein is just 1 gram per pound of our goal weight. So 170 grams, right? So we have 170 grams times 4. Why 4? Well, the macronutrients, each gram of that will carry a certain amount of calories. It's nice and easy, and it's easy basic math. So protein is, for every gram of protein is equals to 4 calories. Every gram of carb is 4 calories. Every gram of fat is 9 calories. So why do you need to know that? Because we're gonna do some quick basic math afterwards, okay? So we got a 170 pound individual, 1,700 calories a day. We're eating 170 grams. Great. So we need to figure out how many calories are left over. We've solved for the calories and the protein already. So what we do is we take your protein in grams. We need to figure calories, remember. So we're going to divide it by 4 calories per gram, right? Which if you're a units person, you write down the units will help make it make sense. Regardless, that makes up 680 calories. So what we're doing is taking our goal calorie minus our protein calorie to figure out our leftover calories for our carbs and fats. So right now I'm looking at 1,020 calories left over. Coming back to carbs and fats. Dan, should I be high carb? Should I be high fat? Honestly, the literature shows and proves it doesn't matter. As long as you're controlling for your calories, it doesn't matter if you're eating high carb or low carb. Having said that, certain people enjoy eating high carb. Certain people enjoy eating high fat. Whatever one it is for you, choose it. You can make it equal. You can do whatever you want. To make things simple, you can go 510 calories for your carbs, 510 calories for your fats. So I've set up a simple, easy formula. You're going to take your X, which equals your calories. So you take your 510 divided by 4, and that answer will just give you about 120-ish grams per day of carbs. You're going to do the same thing. 510 divided by 9. It's going to be in around 50, 55 grams per day of fats. And bam, Sam's your uncle. You got yourself macros set up for fat loss only. All right? If you have any questions, comment below. Reach out, hit me up with a DM if you have any questions. This is basic stuff. If you have any questions about the formulas, the math, the science behind this, please reach out. Let me know. Hope this helps.